Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hurricanes will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They'd better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The give to the tailback. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Miami's offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key to their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He finds his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick completion on the out route. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
Man, you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide, you can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Off the RPO, complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Commodores look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Tackled immediately after the catch.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to bully their way for the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. It's caught. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. We've reached the end of the quarter and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Give to the running back. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
To the air on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. And the Hurricanes get enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Blumen making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads it left. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Oh, man. Thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage. So wave off the turnover and give up the yardage. It'll be first down. Wide out in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and goal to go.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Got his man quickly. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll be brought down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Splits the uprights. Good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wants to throw on third. He'll throw it. Grabs it in the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Doors.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to USF. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Looks as if he's going to run it. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Canes headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Canes!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in a second.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a huge completion. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now from inside the red zone. They're trying to get to it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. One more snap coming before halftime. Running back searching for a hole. Into the spin cycle and forward. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Commodores will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls it, fires complete. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30. Running toward the tape. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
From the gun, running back on the move. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Hurricanes will line it up on first and 10. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's a nice job by the defense turning the page. You just gave up an explosive play. Now you got to come right back with tempo, and a nice job in the back end covering to force that incompletion.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. It'll be a draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. On the double. We've reached the end of the quarter and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Handoff to the single running back. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
To the ground with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's got it. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Commodores want to move quickly.
Third down coming up.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep it.
Picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive...
Hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Getting some heat. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they...
Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. He makes a catch. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake.
He's going to let it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He'll pitch it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Wants to throw on second down. Dances away to buy time. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Toss to the outside. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The returner is tackled down at the 43, and the Miami offense will take
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and